Hi and welcome to this edition of Out of the Box. My name's Paul. Today we're going to have a look at what's in this box. It is a Checkpoint appliance. Now Checkpoint are the oldest standing firewall company in the world. Traditionally they have been in the enterprise market space, but over these last few years we have seen them aggressively try and get into the small business market, to the top end home user as well. What we see is an incredibly well-rounded product from all of their years of being in the marketplace. Great features, simplicity to use, and again, a great support network round it. So this is the 1535 model. Going to show you what's going to in the box. It's not going to be a big technical overview. We've got other videos on configuring these and setting them up. So in the box, you are going to get your Get Started guide, all right? You are going to get your end user license agreement and conformity guide there as well, and you're going to get a drilling plate. This does mount on the wall if you want it to. Then what are you going to get? You are going to get two black Cat6a, I would imagine, cables. These are probably about 2 meters long. You get two of those. You are going to get some screws and lugs if you want to mount this on the wall. You are going to get a USB to USB-C console cable for out-of-band management if you want to. This is managed directly on the box using a web browser. That's the easy bit of doing that if you want to. I've got a wireless model, so I'll show you that in a moment. I've got 3 wireless paddles for that. All right, and then I have an Australian power cord, all right, because that's where I am. So Australia on that end. And then you've got a standard IEC connector on that end there. All right, and then we've got our power pack where we've got our IEC in, all right, and we've got our connector on this end. Again, screw fitment on this. For any of the firewall vendors that put this on this, it always makes me happy. Why? Because often with these type of desktop models, we'll have a proper look at this in a moment, we maybe put them on a shelf in a rack, and when we pull them forward, often the power can come out. With this, we can plug it in and screw it tight, as you can see. And now if I move that backwards and forwards, my power isn't coming loose. So always a good feature I like to see on the firewalls. So that's what you get in the box. And then you say, well, I want to actually see the unit. Well, probably not a lot to show you on the front. There we go. All right, that's the front. Hopefully the glare's okay. We've got some lights over this side that show us when we've started up, and power, and what we're going with the network connections on the back. Light up across the front. Plastic construction, no fans in here. We've got vents on the top and we've got venting on the side. Hopefully you can see that fairly well there. As we said, you can wall mount this, and you can see those cutouts there on the sides, on the back there, if you want to wall mount that. Then you say, well, I want to actually see this device. So what do we have? We have a whole bunch of connectors on this side. All right, so we've got a 5 ports and a WAN. So let me just hold that up for you. Same with other firewall vendors. Here's your WAN over this side here. The ports can be configured. You can do multiple WAN connections along here as well. You've got a USB for various features up at this end. All right, we've got our USB console cable and our on-off switch, if I can find that here. Obviously our power input here. And then these along the top are our wireless paddles. So like with most firewall vendors, you can configure the ports to have multiple WAN ports. You can create them into different zones, different IP ranges on different ones of those ports. So they are highly configurable, like you would expect with any firewall. Where would I put this? I'd be looking to put this in an internet connection that's less than 250 megasecond, and maybe with less than 15 or 20 staff. It should perform really well for you like that. So that's the device there with all the wireless antenna put on it. So a superb little box, great lot of features, simple and easy to use. Does take a little while to get these into Australia because they come in from Checkpoint America each time, so it can take a couple of weeks. So if you're in Australia, do allow a little bit of time. But that's the Checkpoint 1535. This is the wireless model. The non-wireless is exactly the same, obviously without the wireless paddles. Why don't you head on over to our YouTube channel, plenty more box openings on network, firewall, and wireless devices. Got guides on setting up your checkpoint and making your network secure with that, or how to set up a wireless network, extend or connect buildings together as well. So I do hope you find this useful. Subscribe and stay up to date.